Hello again from BAMM's Global Scene, the show that shines a spotlight on some of the world's most vibrant cities and brings the best music they have to offer. We're currently talking all things London, and continuing from the last episode, we're sticking with technology. We already know what wonders you can do with your own productions, but this time we want to know what the digital world can do for your relationship with your fans.
The changes in technology have completely transformed how I operate and how people around me, even in the sort of DIY scene, which is always operated at a more sort of lo-fi basis, let's say, than the mainstream industry. But the fact is, I think, like, I remember 8 years ago, you know, we'd get a feature in a magazine and then I'd sort of over the week be getting postage, and then we'd send stuff out, some demo tapes and so on, and much slower. And then, you know, for people to hear about your band, you know, they'd have to have physically got some free demos you'd handed out at shows or something else. And now, obviously, everything's instant. Everything's available online.
My favourite part of it is how you can just share stuff with people. You can say, have you heard this new track by someone? And instead of waiting to go to the record shop in the morning, you go, here's a YouTube video of it.
Technology's made it easier for bands to just show the world what they're doing. I mean, you can go and make a video now and just whack it on the internet, and you could be seen by millions of people within hours. You know, and it's brilliant.
When I first started playing music, bands were a little bit more isolated, I think. You didn't necessarily know all the good bands that were in the sort of genre that you were playing. And it was a lot harder for smaller bands to get heard in the first place. You know, I mean, even if you had a website, you couldn't really get people to go on there and check you out.
I think for people who do discover a band, a few words from them can really make a difference, you know. So I think it's definitely, the internet age is changed the game of being in a band.
Everything's up to question. The value of the actual audio, the fact that video is essential on YouTube, and, you know, how do you promote gigs? Flyers, are they relevant anymore, or is it more about Facebook and MySpace events? Or is MySpace even relevant anymore?
There was a point about 5 years ago where MySpace was just brilliant. You really get into new music, you could get into a new band and you could find out about them, and actually now people are leaving MySpace in droves.
Everyone has music that's online on YouTube or MySpace or whatever, and it's all bullshit really. Who cares about it? I liked personally not really knowing what I was going to buy, having a little hour mission to some shop somewhere, looking at it, thinking it looks good, hearing from somewhere that it was good, buying it, taking it home. That whole process was nice, and now you lose that.
I mean, I'm a bit of an old man. I'm a bit like, just want to take out the guitar and like I just want to play music and stuff like that. So sometimes you're a bit, you mightn't be so enamored by it, but it is a good thing at the same time. You get to talk to your fans directly.
I think the biggest benefit of modern technology, though, is the way that people can interact with other people within their scene, or people outside of their scene, and people who are really into it. So you can upload videos from a club night really quickly, or you can tweet about a new track you're making, and people start to get excited about it.
We tend to get offered shows online, so that's definitely, I don't even know how we would do that before the internet, how we would be getting, we'd probably be having to mail CDs out and wait for a letter back, you know, so it'd be a completely different ball game.
We worked on something recently which couldn't have existed without social media and talking to fans directly. Yeah, there's a great thing called Pledge Music, which is something we got involved with, and this is a great thing, and it kind of really cuts out a record company. It's this new thing which, when we only joined it about 2 or 3 months ago, and it was very new at the time, and since we've joined then, Subways and some other bands.
Corner Shop, Cast, have you heard of it? Pledge Music?
It's called Pledge Music, yeah. So they've actually joined as well, and it's really a way that you get your fans to directly invest in you.
Like you said, you can connect with people, you can find new music quicker. So if you use it well, the internet is a brilliant thing. And it's probably the only form of free media we have at the moment anyway. So for anything, it's a good thing. But don't rely on it solely, and don't let it affect your mentality of how disposable you think things are, because things should still have a value.
Of course, we've only skimmed the surface of what you can do in 2011. And as time moves on, there will inevitably be far more ways to harness social media to connect with fans and even help fund your own work. But remember, there's plenty more episodes over at BAMM.TV to inspire you.